Guys, we're here with Dan Parker with a That's 10 deck pile. I'm not sure anything about this deck, so I'm going to let him do all the talking here. Anything you want to say before we dive on in?
Just that this deck is actually fun, and that's been hard to find lately. It's 99% of the reason I'm playing it. Obviously, just pure Fiendsmith Ryzeal is the best deck to be playing right now, but the same duel every duel, and I wanted to play something a little more dynamic and interesting, so...
we're counting to 10.
Yes. Essentially, because obviously everyone's going to ask, this card is a non-once per turn search of a continuous trap face up into your back row every time 10 effects activate. That could be as simple as like you normal summon a tour guide and they Veiler it, that'd be 2. Every time it gets to 10, you bounce this to your hand, get a continuous trap from your deck, and then just put it back down, and even activating the continuous trap would be 1 more.
Okay, so we're setting a bunch of traps from the deck.
Yes, you can even have 2 of them next to each other, and then every effect would be doubling up, and you'd get 2 searches within 10. So ultimately, we're just looking to activate 10 card effects, and that sounds like a lot. It's not. No, it really isn't. So first thing we're doing is just Ice Ryzeal
cards.
Yeah, this is just Tour Guide for a level 4. It's just the 2024 version of the 2012 crap. I never have special summoned this card from my hand once. You can, like, normal summon, get this guy, searches for a second one, and then, like, insulate your end board with, like, an extra Dweller or something from a couple level 4s. But
yeah, at the end of your combo, it could be pretty cool.
It's just a Link 2 or a Rank 4. And then... because like winning games is fun. I don't feel like I should go over Fiendsmith stuff. It's 2024. Then we have the Crystal Beast package. This guy places into the back row, and then this banishes itself, which is important to search for Rainbow Dragon and a Crystal Beast monster to the field. So this is again the normal summon of a level 4. By placing this and banishing it, you special summon this, rank 4, link 2. It gets you to Infernal Flame Banshee to search for Pyros, or Moon Maiden to go into Fiendsmith package stuff.
We like those. We select those little piles.
Yeah, and Carbuncle. One of the Pyros is Nemesis Flag. This returns the banished Crystal Beast Rainbow Dragon to special summon itself, and then searches for either of these 2. This banishes 3 to summon itself, and I feel like everyone knows what this card does by now.
Yeah.
But you can also banish the flag, and then this guy can add the flag back to hand, and also return one of the other 3 banishes. And this gets you Colossus, which, again, most people know, but it's just about having multiple branching options so that they don't know like what's coming. And for people who saw your previous profile that I did on this deck, it was based on the Snake Eye package, but Original Sin got banned. Searching for Poplar doesn't get you anything off of Nemesis anymore. So we're playing this girl. This thing is dumb as hell. This is
one of the new cards.
Yeah, it's basically Rescue Cat. You just like banish it, get a couple of guys. I guess Rescue Rabbit in that way. And the guys that it gets summon themselves as 2 level 4s.
Okay.
And then one of them searches for a field spell that has negates on it. So you get a free rank 4 and a negate for normal summoning this thing. For all you like normal summon Alistair fans, instead of getting a Mechaba, you get the same thing, a free negate, but also a rank 4 or link 2. So that's access to, again, your Nemesis package via the Pyro, or the Fiendsmith package, or the Ryzeal package. She also doesn't have to be normal summoned. She just says they can't respond to back row when she has been. So if you can special summon her from the hand or graveyard, she can still banish herself. I'll put this aside and show a line about it later. For spells, we have 3 of That's Stupid, 6 of That's Stupid, 9 of That's Stupid, and 12 of That's Stupid. I feel like I don't need to go over that stuff because we've gone over it in the other video. This card that says if Rainbow Dragon's in your hand, do anything. There's 11 different ways to resolve that card per game. This package is still in here, Germany and Japan. This one activates this to their board, or vice versa. This says summon guys from the back row. This says push guys into the back row within columns. Again, the biggest thing is that this turns off Imperm, Lightning Storm, Evenly, stuff like that. Makes it way harder to break your board, while also allowing you to just like summon up Crystal Beast guys and whatnot. This is the field spell for the Argostars. I'll go over that, as I said, in a bit. Fiendsmith spell, 3 bonfires. Cards still at 3 somehow. Cards will let you go second. These could be anything.
Yeah, we're playing 60 cards in this, so you obviously want to play board breakers and hand traps.
Yeah. And then the 1 card beam. This just searches for like a Crystal Beast and the Valance card, but also some side deck options. Like every time you draw Foolish Burial Goods, you win. This as
one of the traps, okay.
Yeah. So this is a continuous trap. So that's 10 can just go get this, the same way the bunny does. But typically, bunny's still getting this. You got the Fiendsmith trap, and then these are the Argostar traps that you're getting with that's 10 usually. So we'll put him over here for now, and we'll talk about these for a second. So again, you can just in any deck summon her, banish her, get these 2.
Do you get both of them?
Yep. Okay. There's also a green one that's similar to Circus. It summons and bounces a guy, but there's nothing to bounce going first. This one summons itself if you control a trap, and then if you have a banished Argostar monster, you gain like 500 life. They all say like if you have a banished Argostar monster, something good happens, except for this one, and that's why this deck is like actually works. If this required her to be banished, there would be nothing. But that's 10 can just get this card, and then you put this 10 that's 10 back down and activate this would be 1 to summon her. And then on summon, she searches, it would be 2. And then in the monster zone, she could put herself back as 3 to go and get the other one.
3, okay.
So the way these things work is that while they're back here, they protect each other in the front row. Like this can't die by battle now, and this can't die by card effect, or can't be targeted or gains attack, one of them. Never comes up, doesn't really matter. But ultimately, these activate, or this activates them, and then this discards a card to summon itself. So you can bounce the that's 10 and discard it to summon this as well if you have nothing better to do. But this is 2 level 4s, or this is a Link 2. It's the same thing, but without with or without your normal summon. That's 10 just gets you this to summon that. This would still be in your deck. That's 10 will later get you this one. But this says search for an Argostar card, and you get the field spell. So the field spell requires an Argostar to be banished. So if you're using that's 10, you would start with that's 10 to get to this to get to the field spell, and then you can link or Xyz summon this off. And the field spell says pay 1,000 to add an Argostar from your graveyard back to your hand, and you set this, and on your opponent's turn, you still just summon it anyway, and this time you search for her. And then she can banish from hand. Now you still have a banished Argostar monster.
Okay, and then you're in a gate slot.
Yeah, this says while you have a trap monster on the field, including Azarun, if it activates its effect, including hers to just back row herself, you get a free negate. Just negate a monster.
Like a Veiler?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's 10 gets to this gets to this, then you get a free body, set it, then this gets to her and vanishes, and you've got your negate. Or this by itself gets you both of these, is a free link to or rank 4, and this still adds this back, sets it, and summons it, and you still get the negate in addition to the Fiendsmith engine or the Infernal Flame Banshee. And again, that's 10 is not once per turn, so after you get the field spell, you can just go 1, 2, keep playing, get to this, and have 2 negates, and then still search for her and banish her from hand to reduce their guy to 0 and have 2 negates from this 1 card.
Okay, pretty cool.
People who saw the previous profile also know that like I'm on Synergies. So one duel today, I used my normal summon on Ice Raziel, Rainbow Bridge of the Heart's extra normal summon on Pegasus, and Synergies special on her, and got all 3 of my like normal summon effects out of my deck in 1 turn. So for the extra deck, we have the simple Raziel stuff, nothing fancy there. I feel like everyone in the world has seen IP and SP a million times by now. Synergies, as I mentioned, special summons Carbuncle to resolve it, draws 4 in this deck all the time, allows you to fix up a lot of those clunkier hands. But also, every time something summons to the zone, he activates to gain 3, charges that's 10 like crazy.
Oh my god.
like crazy. Like, you normal summon Pegasus, and it's 1, 2, and then Pegasus puts the Rainbow Dragon, which activates as 3 to get a Pegasus as 4, 5, and then the Pegasus activates negated is still 6. Because, like, it still activates. So, and then you can activate this as 7 as special from hand, and that thing would be 8, and then you have, like, Link summon the bunny is 9. Like, it is So easy to get to 10. I think Engraver by itself is 10. It wasn't until I put this guy in. So like discarding Engraver, playing Tract, Lurie, Requiem, Lacrima, like all that stuff. Instead of making Caesar, you just, if you go through the moon line, that's what it is. If you moon for Requiem, then Requiem is like 1. Then Lacrima's 2, dumps Engraver, Requiem in the graveyard is 3, for Necro Quip, just Shaman Engraver's 4, overlay for this, adds the Engraver, discards it, gets Tract, gets Lurie. Is 10. Phoenix, just, I had a 15th slot, honestly, and like, the Colossus is in there, that's part of the package, that's part of the package, like, it's all pretty standard nonsense, and then that for all of your combos. This was a last minute inclusion. This was Exciton Knight, because all those level 4s is a way to get to like a light fiend. But this thing is just super good, so I side decked the Exciton Knight instead for when I'm going second. And lastly is this. I wasn't super sold on this until I had a game where they ended on, what's his name, Detonator, the stupid Ryziel dude.
Yep.
And when you like discard Engraver, doesn't matter. They can't use Detonator, there's nothing on the field. And then like you summon Requiem, and you activate Engraver in the graveyard to summon himself and chain Requiem to it.
Yeah,
and there's nothing to detonate. And then the Requiem summons the Lacrima from the deck and the Engraver from the graveyard, and you don't activate the Lacrima. So Detonator can't do anything, and you just go into this and banish the Detonator.
Yep, it's pretty nice.
Side deck is this, and then games where you're going first, you take out the Dark Lunar Moors or whatever's in that slot for this package. Rainbow Bridge of Salvation Citrus for this, and a Crystal Beast Rainbow Dragon that places itself in the back row to search for this. So this gets you to 2 bodies, and the Crystal Beast Rainbow Dragon gets banished for a 3rd body. Or this gets this, and then you just have a card for like sending with Droplet or whatever else. But basically this is just an only go first package. So you take out one of those go second packages. Similarly, this goes in over the other go second package. This was 2 and a Cowboy, but I didn't have a Cowboy today. If it's your first time playing this deck, bring the Cowboy. Everyone has to read everything. You'll go to time all the time, but you basically just have whichever one of these makes sense for like what you're playing against, along with these because of Gladiator Beasts and
for Malice, not Glad Beasts.
Well, not like the Christron deck I used these in against.
Yeah,
today.
it's also DC against Christron.
The new set has a whole bunch of decks that are pretty banish heavy. And then just these go in for like when you're going second instead. You're drawing a 6th card, so I take out, again, like when I'm going second, especially if like these have to go in or something, I'll take out the That's 10s going second, because they're just going to get popped, Ghost Ogre, whatever, for like these. But if you do need 6 spaces, then these go in over the That's 10s, and like these go in over a Foolish Goods, a Crystal Bond, and a Bonfire, because they're all the hard once per turn effects, and nothing else in your deck is once per turn.
Okay, fair enough.
And because you're seeing like extra cards, you just don't want to clog.
It's
the only time this deck loses is like when it clogs.
And there's nothing you would change, like you said, like obviously the Cowboy for time.
Cowboy
like
if you like need it for like going into time. But honestly, the deck's really solid. I don't think there's anything I would change. The only duels that I lost were ones where like he had Nib and Imperm and a Bystial.
Okay.
So like I couldn't get to I couldn't go through like the Engraver stuff to get the Requiem for the Nib because of the Bystial on the Requiem in the graveyard. And then I still like was able to like push through and like get to a negate, but he had like the Imperm for the negate and then the Nibiru, and then he full Malice comboed me. He did that game 1 and 3. Was
that's pretty bad.
So, like, there's nothing I could do there. And then I had another round loss to Royal. He got to go first in game 1 and 3. He made an entire board.
Glad Beast over here, by the way.
Still broke through it, but not quite enough because he had, like, a Solemn Judgment in game 3.
Yeah, these cards are kind of crazy. The Glad Beast
he ended on, like, 2 monster negates and the guy that specials Heraclinos if I use another monster. And then also SP Little Knight and a back row. And, like... Or not SP, Tri-Brigade dude that like banishes the thing.
The Shureg, yeah.
And I still got through everything down to like I had 1 card left and he had Solemn Judgment for it. I was like, damn it. Like, that was my
Sometimes you're just built different.
Yeah.
But guys, congratulations on playing this. This deck's super cool. It's a super sick deck to make. And I like that quite a bit. Take care.
Peace. Thank you.